Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Celebrate All Milestones by Kendall Harvey. Happy to report that May 28, 2019 ended with all my bones intact and both feet facing the right way. May 28, 2018 had taught me to never take that for granted. Thank you to everyone who helped me get back on my feet, literally and figuratively. This year was one I'll never forget. My bionic ankle and I are still getting used to each other. Despite it all, I've had some pretty awesome days since I gained 2 titanium plates and 13 screws. I look forward to even more beautiful memories because I am not going to let anything stop me from living my best life, especially Friedreich's ataxia. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Austin Knows How to Treat People with Disabilities by Kendall Harvey. Earlier this year, I was extremely nervous about using my walker in public. Previously I had been able to hide the effects of my Friedreich's ataxia, FA. I used shopping carts, friends, or strollers for stability. However, my FA progressed to the point that I needed more reliable assistance. Enter, the walker. I thought using the walker would immediately make people treat me as disabled. I didn't want that, despite technically being disabled. I feared how a disability would change my life. I am so pleased, humbled, and proud to say that my disability has been met with nothing but love, patience, kindness, and empathy. Men, women, and even children go out of their way to hold doors open for me, carry things for me, move obstacles out of my path, shoot me a kind smile, or at the very least, treat me like a normal human being. None of this has ever made me feel disabled or unaccepted, it has just felt like encouragement. I attribute that largely to where I live, Austin, Texas. Every city has its charms, quirks, and personality, along with its pros and cons. Austin is no different in that respect. Located in the heart of the great state, the greatest state, in my unbiased opinion, of Texas, Austin has a pretty unique reputation. I never know what to expect when I tell people where I'm from when I travel. The unofficial slogan of Austin is "Keep Austin Weird." I think the city lives up to that in many ways. Some people refer to the city as the live music capital of the world. Others note its excellent food scene. When I think of Austin, I think of home. Austin has all of my favorite things: my family, my friends, great food, endless adventures, thriving culture, breathtaking views, and wonderful people. I could detail countless stories of kindness in recent months. Each act of acceptance makes a huge impression on my heart and my outlook. I know that not everyone facing disability or adversity encounters the same attitude I receive, and that breaks my heart. I know that just like every city in the world, Austin is made up of imperfect people. I am sure that I will endure some maliciousness or unfairness in the future, and on that day, I hope I have the strength to remember all of the good and kind people I've encountered. We are all doing our best to get through each day. For some people, that might look a little different. I use a walker to get through my day safely. That doesn't make me any more or less deserving of kindness than anyone else, but I surely do appreciate it greatly. I am writing this to remind you to be conscientious. Choose to make your encounters with others positive, be a light in the world. Be the good encounter someone remembers. Speaking as someone who tends to expect darkness, I declare that kindness matters. It is so simple, yet it makes a huge difference. I am so blessed by the acceptance, kindness, accommodations, and support I have received. I adore my city and I am so proud to call Austin home. We might be weird, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about What Fundraising Means to Me by Kendall Harvey. I've always been fascinated by stories featuring people who confront adversity by fighting against all odds to do extraordinary things. I've cried during Extreme Makeover, Home Edition, or when Ellen DeGeneres has handed a life-changing check to a single parent or a disabled child. I become fascinated with their stories. I never dreamed that I would be a story of perseverance and reward. When doctors diagnosed me with Friedreich's Ataxia, FA, at the age of 25, I snapped into Team Kendall mode. I made a website and updated my social networks with information about FA. After I dispersed the initial information, it was time for action. I threw myself into ride ataxia by purchasing a recumbent trike and training for my first ever bike ride. And I fundraised hard. I put everything I had into that first ride ataxia event. My diagnosis was still so fresh. I was diagnosed in late August and my first ride was in March, so I had a lot of momentum. I was shameless in my campaigning for support and donations. And wow, people pulled through spectacularly. I had a huge team of riders that year and we raised $38,360. All donations raised during Ride Ataxia go directly to the Friedreich's Ataxia Research Alliance, or FARA. I was blown away by such a quantifiable, tangible showing of support. Asking for donations for a cruel, progressive disease like FA is so humbling. And tricky. When participating in breast cancer races, MS 150 bike rides, or step-out diabetes events, people know what they're donating to. They know these, worthy, horrible, cruel, unfair, diseases. But because FA is so rare, many people don't know what donating to Team Kendall means. So, we have to overcome the hurdle of educating when asking for support. I never wanted to be the girl with a story. I just wanted a wonderful, easy, happy life. But FA happened. I chose not to suffer in silence. I decided to humble myself in front of all of my friends, colleagues, acquaintances, and family to ask for help. It all boils down to the future. I want a future free of FA. I want it so desperately that it consumes me. I am doing all I can think of to make that happen. I have registered for FARA's patient registry, participated in clinical studies, enrolled in a 48-week clinical trial, posted on social media about FA, shared my story, and fundraised through Ride Ataxia year after year. When I receive donations, I'm hit by a mix of emotions. No matter the amount, receiving a donation is such an honor. It's always so exciting. It's like a tangible thing that indicates someone heard my story and they are fighting with me. It is a way to validate my struggle with sympathy. I never feel pitied or belittled. I feel empowered. I feel obligated to honor that donation by fighting harder. I want to earn generosity. I have received $20 donations and $18,000 donations. Every single one is celebrated and appreciated more than I know how to articulate. Fundraising isn't fun for me and I don't like being vulnerable by asking for help. I'm kept up at night thinking about the friends I have alienated or embarrassed by asking for support, but such actions are necessary for my future. These donations aren't just filling a ticker to make me the top fundraising team. These donations fuel life-saving research for FA warriors. The next time you see a person fundraising for Friedreich's ataxia research, don't feel like you have to donate a chunk of your savings account to make a difference. Any amount is significant. Think about it, if 5 people donate $20, that's $100 fueling FARA. Trust me when I say that I hope this is the last time I'll be asking for donations. I want to cure this disease and move on. I want to throw all that money into an epic celebration party when we cure Friedreich's ataxia. Every year, I hope and pray for my last ride ataxia, because that will be the year that we cure FA. But until that day comes, I continue to humble myself to ask for support. Now I will shamelessly plug my 2019 Ride Ataxia Team Kendall fundraising page with a preemptive thank you. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Donning My FA Hat by Kendall Harvey. I wear many hats. I'm a wife, mom, daughter, sister, friend, writer, etc. The most exhausting, constant, and thankless hat I don is that of Friedreich's ataxia, FA, patient. This hat is too big, ugly, and dominating. I don't feel like myself in it. It doesn't feel right on me. When I wake up in the morning, I put on my mom hat and check the monitor to see if both kids are still asleep. Then I am immediately forced to switch to my FA hat, because I see my walker sitting by the bed and I'm reminded that I can't function normally on my own. Then I have to take my medications for the FA clinical trial I am participating in. They must be taken first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I don't even get 1 minute of bliss to forget about FA when starting my day. However, I try my hardest to get along despite FA. I choose strength every day. I choose to prioritize my other hats and not let my FA hat get pulled over my eyes. Yet, my heart gets broken and my strength vanishes. My spirit gets zapped. All it takes is a fall to knock all my other hats off and let the FA hat overpower me. And I'm not talking about the little stumbles or catching yourself on the enter any solid object here falls that we FA patients experience constantly. I'm talking about the big, scary, out of control, spiraling falls that knock you flat. This morning, I had one of those falls. I'm physically okay, as nothing is seriously injured. I was rocking my mom/maid hat, cleaning up my son's room. With one hand on my walker, I bent down to check his frog terrarium and just spiral fell, ping-ponging all over his furniture. I banged up both forearms, my shin, my wrist, and my thigh. I'm going to have a few gnarly bruises, but no real damage was done. The physical pain will end. The bruises will fade. It's all part of FA. But the recovery from emotional pain is what takes the longest for me. Falls make me feel so defeated. After a fall, I feel like no matter what I do, how well I eat, how much I exercise, how happy I act, how much I try to ignore FA, how hard I try to be normal, what precautions I take, how much strength I muster, how much money I raise for FA research, how many columns I write, or how hard I try to rise above FA is winning. It's relentless and unbeatable. It's so massively unfair. I know that life will get back to normal. The pain will fade and the hurt will subside. My self-pity will be eclipsed by something much more important and productive. But I just wanted to write this column to remind everyone that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel your pain. It's okay to allow yourself to have a moment in the darkness. But it is important to seek the light again, to find hope, happiness, purpose, and laughter. You can't live in the darkness, because then FA will truly win. One of my favorite quotes is, "Everything will be okay in the end." If it's not okay, it's not the end. Whenever I fall and sustain minor, or major, in some cases, injuries, I remind myself of this: I am okay. This isn't the end. It's time to press on. I've decided that I will trade my worry for peace. As the book Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence, by Sarah Young, says, you must choose whether to trust me or to worry. Choose to trust me, and I will trade your fear for my peace. You will never run out of things to worry about. Choose to run to me instead. I will never run out of peace. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient, and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Wishing Away FA by Kendall Harvey. Friedreich's Ataxia, FA, is a heavy diagnosis. It is a relentlessly cruel progressive disease without a treatment or cure. It's a lot to process and handle, challenging my worldview and self-worth daily, hourly, and by the minute. I don't want to have FA. I want to be normal. Honestly, I often wish that I could be someone else, someone like the 2012 version of me who had never even heard of FA. I wish I could pop up off the couch and grab a glass of water without worrying about how I'll get there and back, or finding a cup with a lid so I don't spill it. I wish I could carry my daughter when she's crying for mommy. I wish I could scoop up my son and spin him around to celebrate his home run in t-ball. I wish I could be the active, silly, adventurous mom I always pictured myself as. I wish I could go out for margaritas with my friends and not worry about being unable to walk to my car after. I want to go to the movies and not worry about navigating the stairs in the dark. I yearn to pick up my kids from school and appear like the mom who's got it all together, not the hot mess whom 20 people offer to help. Though, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the help more than a hurried thank you can convey. I don't always want to be brave and inspiring. I don't want to be pitied. Sometimes, I would rather be envied. I don't want to have to be exceptionally strong just to make it through the day. I don't want to have to think about every single step I take. I don't want to be reminded of my progression when I see or hear myself in videos playing with my kids. I don't want "that's mommy's walker" to be one of the first phrases out of my 22-month-old daughter's mouth. Sometimes, I just wish life were easier. FA is a harsh reality that factors into every single aspect of my life. I desperately wish the horrible complication of FA didn't plague my every waking moment, as well as the lives of my fellow members of the FA patient community. But I do have FA. It is as much a part of me as anything else. And if I wasn't me, I wouldn't have my husband, my kids, my parents, my brother, my extended family, or my friends. That would break my heart 1,000 times more than anything FA can do to me. Despite FA, I have such a blessed, beautiful, bountiful, glorious life. I am so profoundly lucky to live where I live, surrounded by the village I have. I am fortunate to have met so many fabulous people all over the world who are fighting FA, just like me. We were all thrust into a position where we are struggling publicly with a very real, very steep battle ahead of us. None of us asked for FA. None of us deserve FA. We are all going about our lives the best we can, despite FA. I am thankful for the platform FA has provided me. Hopefully, I can help someone else in their own battle. I am blessed with passions and opportunities to pursue them. I am blessed by my ability to laugh daily, despite the fear and sadness FA brings to my life. I am blessed with perfectly healthy children. I am blessed with a husband who adores me despite my countless shortcomings. I am blessed with family members who consistently support me with unwavering passion. I am blessed with friends who love me, challenge me, humble me, encourage me, and inspire me. It would be incredibly selfish and wasteful to focus on the negative things FA brings to my life when I have so many beautiful positives. I will continue to muster strength. I will continue to fight. I will keep moving forward, no matter what comes my way. The blessings in my life deserve that. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient, and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Walkers and Curious Kids by Kendall Harvey. As a mom, I am obviously around kids all the time. But not just my own. I am around kids when I take my children to school, t-ball, church, play dates, restaurants with playgrounds, etc. I encounter countless kids each week. As an FA patient dependent on a mobility aid, I am pretty hard to miss. You don't often see a mom using a walker to take her kids to preschool. You don't often see a mom chasing her kids around on the playground with the assistance of a walker. However, that is my reality. I don't want to miss out on these experiences with my kids, so I just accept the help from my walker and get along the best I can. I get a lot of looks from other parents. Some looks are curious, some are proud, and some are tainted with pity. I take it all in stride and just smile and interact in as friendly a way as possible. My son is 4 and my daughter is almost 2, so I am primarily around preschool or early elementary school kids. At this age, kids are simpler. They observe their surroundings and generally just accept them. They aren't prejudiced or judgmental, but they are inquisitive. When I get looks from kids, they are usually genuinely curious. They see that I'm pushing something, but it doesn't look like a stroller or anything they can categorize and recognize. Some kids stare for a while, some ask their parents or friends about it, and some ask me. Generally, kids will ask "What's that?" or "Why do you have that?" Depending on their age, I usually just say, "This walker helps me walk." Most kids accept that and just move on about their business. It is so simple to children. "Oh, that lady uses a walker." They just accept it. They don't see me as disabled, diseased, or an object of pity or concern. I am just the mom with the walker. So, I have a little message to moms of little ones: let them be curious and let them form their own opinions about those with needs that are different from yours. Your kids are beautiful and pure, let them stay that way. It's okay if they ask a question to satisfy their curiosity. I am not offended. I am happy to play a part in shaping their view of the world. Hopefully, I can help them see that everyone they encounter is just another person, doing their best in this world. I hope that your children grow up to be kind adults who just accept that lady who uses a walker. After all, I am still a person, just like them. And if your child starts inquiring further, as in "Why do you use that walker?" just use your judgment. If the person seems open and happy to chat, let your kid investigate. If you yourself are curious, show them how to ask in a sensitive and kind way. Don't just stare and speculate. Either ask "What's your story?" or just smile and continue about your day. Kindness matters. It is key to a tolerant attitude of acceptance. If we can keep modeling that mindset and approach for our kids, I think that the world would be a much more beautiful place. Kendall Harvey is also an FA patient, and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. The link is provided in description.